Thank you, great Republican friends of Virginia. And thank you, Jeanine. I think the future of America is bright with patriotic young people like Jeanine who will carry on the torch of freedom for our country. My fellow Virginians, my fellow Republicans, my fellow delegates, I accept your nomination to be the Republican candidate for Governor of Virginia. Thank you. As I look across this sea of great Republicans at the largest convention in 15 years, I'm immensely honored that you have put your faith and your trust in me. You have allowed me to represent our vision and our aspirations in one of the most pivotal elections in the history of our Commonwealth. To stand on the shoulders of Governor Thomas Jefferson and Patrick Henry to govern in the cradle of democracy. And I will not let you down. Now, my wife Maureen and our 5 children and many of my sisters and relatives are here with us today. I wish my beloved mom was here to see this. She'd probably say, he's come a long way from a 5-year-old boy who tried to set his sister's hair on fire. And Nancy, I want you to stand up to show everybody it turned out okay. Where are you? Now, you know, this time in Virginia demands a leader who can govern in a time of crisis. And I want you to know that I can do that, because I'm the only candidate in the race that has twin 17-year-old boys that just got their driver's license. Now I want to give a shout out and say hello to some of my hometown friends from Fairfax County, where Maureen and I grew up. To my friends in Virginia Beach, where we raised our 5 kids. And to my neighbors in Henrico County, where I now live. So you see, my friends, wherever you live, I'm your local candidate. I pledge to you today that I will uphold the highest ideals of the party of Lincoln and Reagan. I've served you. I've served you as an Army officer, a prosecutor, a legislator, and Attorney General. And with your help, I will serve you as your next governor. And I want to tell you today that I am ready to lead if you are ready to win. And I will lead as the Gipper told us. I will not paint pale pastels where bold colors are demanded. We are blessed to live in Virginia, where our nation was born with the planting of a cross at Cape Henry in 1607, where Thomas Jefferson drafted the Declaration of Independence, enshrining the blueprint of liberty on our young nation. But today, we Virginians face many challenges. We've lost thousands of jobs. Unemployment's at a 17-year high. During the last decade, state spending has grown by roughly 70%, while Virginians' incomes have only increased by 5%. At our state colleges and universities, tuition and fees have nearly doubled since 2000. Too many Virginians are seeing their home values go down while their property taxes go up. Virginia imports more electricity now than any state other than California. We have too few scientists, engineers, and nurses. We have too much traffic congestion. Entrepreneurship and free enterprise are often stifled by excessive taxation and regulation and government mandates. And in this nation, we talk too much about adding government programs and too little about personal responsibility and duty and sacrifice. The problems are clear, and strong leadership and solutions are needed. And that's what this campaign is all about. Advancing innovative, workable, conservative solutions through a wise and frugal government that will create new jobs and more opportunities and freedom for every region of Virginia. Now, I've never shied away from a challenge, and neither have you. Virginians are a determined and resilient people. One of the reasons Virginia is so great is because our people are so good. In every city and every community, we see that. A few weeks ago, I had dinner at a restaurant here in Richmond. It's called Max's Positive Vibe Cafe. This remarkable restaurant is the vision of Garth Larson. Garth's son, Max, has muscular dystrophy. As he entered his 20s, it became difficult for Max to find a job. So his dad stepped in. The two opened this restaurant, which now employs and teaches the restaurant business to adults with disabilities. Since its founding, more than 270 people have graduated from their training program with hope for a brighter future. It's become a national model. Garth and Max are the Virginia that I know. 3 years ago, I met Virginia State Trooper Darrell Bowling at an accident scene in rural Patrick County. I didn't cause it. Darrell told me about his son, Jonathan, a young Marine who gave his life serving our country in Iraq. I told him about Janine's service in Baghdad. Darrell told me about a Virginia state flag that his son loved so much that he flew it over his barracks in Iraq. And Darrell asked me, could I find a place to fly that flag to honor his son? Less than a year later, F-18 fighter jets streaked across the skies of downtown Richmond as hundreds of family members of fallen servicemen and women stood on the steps of the Virginia Capitol for the dedication of the Wall of Honor. Because a proud father wanted to honor his son's sacrifice and the sacrifice of all our Virginia heroes, there now stands a permanent tribute to those Virginians lost in the global war on terror. They died so we can live free. Darrell and Jonathan Bowling are the Virginia that I know. The people of Virginia deserve a government that matches their benevolence and their character. A government that puts in place policies to limit government, expand free enterprise, keep our communities safe, ensure opportunities and justice for all, and builds on the eternal values our founders put in place. And that is why today, as I accept your nomination, I say this to every Virginian who needs a job, to every small business owner trying to make a payroll, to every retiree alarmed at losses in their retirement account, to every homeowner concerned about their home values, to every parent writing that next tuition check, to every clergyman fighting to keep a strong community, to every young person who just wants the opportunity to live the American dream. This campaign is for you. This campaign is about you.